Hello everyone, welcome to the purple classes of the Rus Indica IS Academy, Desh Badala, Padhai Badalo. And today we'll coming with a topic of economics of animal rearing. So again, this is going to be a part in the agriculture related to animal husbandry and how we are going to take care of the animals. Along with that, the type of products that animal used to provide us and various type of diseases that animals get, how this whole economic term that is related to animal rearing, what is the purpose of this topic, and how we can utilize the animals and how we can utilize their products for our own use, at the same time also keep animal in a proper healthy condition. So we all will be discussing this, and whatever the government schemes and everything that are going on, we will be discussing all these things in this session. So let's start with our class. So Indian economy, economics of animal rearing, right? So this is going to be the last topic in this main topic. Okay, this is a main topic fifth main topic. Under fifth main topic, this is the last topic, economics of animal rearing. Okay, so we are still here, and after that we will be moving to the food processing industry, right? So first of all, we should go by some important terms. What is the meaning of livestock? Okay, whenever we use the word livestock, that means they are the domesticated animals, right? Those who we are keeping at home at various type of places, and then we are raising them in order to get the benefit, in order to get the products out of them. Okay, diversified products are these. So what kind of products are these? We get meat from them, we get eggs from them, we get milk from them, we get fur from them, we get leather from them, we get wool from them, and another conventional, we get some kind of pleasure also from them. Pleasure means, if you are keeping like some animals, like your uh, like what we call it as cattles and everything, so you can enjoy as a leisure activities with them. Okay, you have various type of animals are there, goats are there, then we have zebras are there, horses are there, even horses are utilized for the horse racing, right? So you can see there are a lot of things which we also utilize for pleasure activity, but actually this concept of pleasure is debatable, because the thing is that whether we should utilize any live animals for our pleasure activity, that is still a debatable topic. So you can think that this topic should go into the ethics portion of GS paper 4, right? This topic of a debatable topic, whether livestock are being utilized for the pleasure activities, sports activity. Okay, Jallikattu is there in Tamil Nadu. Okay, so this is still a debatable topic. So a part of this topic will be also put onto the ethics portion of this, right? So we will be sticking to our own work, right? So livestocks, they provide us meat, egg, milk, fur, leather, wool, etc. And if any other things it is being taken out from them. Then we have certain terms like we normally you listen to the terms like bovine, caprine, equine, herds, ovine, porcine, right? So the maximum term that we utilize and that we see is called, that is bovine. Bovine is related to the word cattle. It is related to cattle. So whenever we say bovine breeding plant, that means we are talking about the cattle breeding plant. Okay. Then caprine is related to goats. Okay, so if you are working like in any of the scheme which is working and saying that we are working with for the breeding of caprine, so that means they are focusing on the goats. Okay, then equine means related to horses, mules, zebras, and asses, right? Then what are the meaning of herds? Okay, herd is a like a single species of a livestock. That means if a herd of sheep, herd of goat. Okay, so there are a lot of exception of this term uses outside of cattle, horses, asses, swine, and rabbits, herd of swines, like that. Then ovine, this is related to sheep, and porcine, it is related to swine, right? So I hope you got these important terms with you. because in this lecture we will be seeing all these words will be utilized, and because we will be not using the word cattle and all these things, because we wanted to use the technical name like is bovine, caprine, equine, ovine and porcine, like that. So that is why I have kept all these words in the starting, so that you may know what exactly they denote, right? So let's go ahead with the process, like what from where this concept of animal rearing comes. So if you go around like even thousands of years back, if we go, there is a concept of domestication. How domestication? Like if you know Harappa civilization, they used to domesticate dogs. Okay, horse were also there. Okay, so domestication is being there since ages. Okay, they have meant from the ages, various ages, ancient age, pre-ancient age, medieval age. Okay, so we have taken the term as like past 12,000 years, since we all know that humans are being adapting to the various uh, adaptation that are coming related to your climate change, related to your environment, right? So adaptation, as a human is adapting, human is an adaptive committee. Okay, human is getting adapted to the various type of environment. Similarly, livestocks are also getting adapted to the new environment since the time they were here in this earth. Okay, so the first animal species that has been domesticated were goats and sheeps, because they were easy to domesticate. They were easy because they were easy to handle. The process of is that they're easy to handle. Otherwise, if you get a very big animal like cow, buffalo or anything, you don't know when they get attacks, and because of their high weight bodies, you may get hurt in the whole process of domestication. So first of all, the domestication started from goats and sheep. Okay, then the cow was the last major animal that was domesticated around 8,000 years back in Turkey or Macedonia, because during that time they have evolved a process of handling these big animals, right? Even if you go by our Indus Valley civilization, okay, Indus Valley civilization is there. Okay, it is near Pakistan, Rajasthan, and Western UP, western part of our countries are there. So we have started domesticating a jungle fowl because we were getting eggs from them. Okay, and slowly, this later the word got evolved into word chicken. The word chicken, right? Then human dependency on animal. So the human dependency on animals is being very profound, because humans are being dependent on animal for variety of products. That means half of their products are being derived from the animals only. Like milk, we get milk because this is a day-to-day source of protein. The people, the protein and calcium, protein and calcium. Then meat production, right? Meat production of like chicken, goat, even sheeps. Okay, then beef is there. Okay, at some places, then dog meat is also being eaten, and extra characters also wherever what type of practice is going on, right? Eggs are there right now. You know, in midday meal scheme, midday meal MDM scheme, which is government is running under Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan. Under that, they have made egg compulsory during the midday meals. Then clothing, we are getting a lot of products from the animal, even like silkworm is there, we getting silk. Then sheep, we are getting wool, hides, leather, we are all getting from them. Then labor services also we are getting from the animal, like they are pulling the cart, they are doing the trot services on the field, carrying the loads. Okay, and also security, like a dogs and everything, which are utilized for providing security to the human beings. Okay, now breeding and improvement, what is there like related to animal rearing, or when we say what exactly then we are focusing on, we are also focusing on the breeding part of that, because in our country we are trying to improve the breed by cross fertilization. We are breeding, we are crossing with the other breeds from other countries so that we get a good quality cattle who can produce a certain higher productivity, who can have a higher productivity. Like if we have a local variety of cow, if it is producing 1,000 liters per lactation period means during the time that cow is lactating. Then if we wanted to breed in such a way that from the outer, like we wanted to increase the productivity, so that if we get a new cross breed, it may produce around 1,500 to 1,800 liter per lactation. So obviously this productivity we wanted to increase, so that is why we are focusing on lot of breeding program. Lot of breeding program are going on that government is running in our country and providing lot of subsidies in that in order to improve the breed of our cows. Okay, so that they become more and more useful, they become more and more productive in their whole process. Okay, so we wanted to develop a desirable qualities by selective breeding. Okay, by crossing and selectively breeding and finding out the best quality among them. Okay, then the fourth is animal husbandry and livestock management. So under the animal husbandry and livestock management, we are focusing on the improvement, and at the same time how we will be managing our livestock, like the number of livestock that are available in our country, how we can improve their breed, how we can increase their productivity, breed productivity, activity, then disease control. Okay, these all things are being utilized in animal husbandry and livestock management, so that whatever the livestock we are having, in whatever quantity, we can take the full utilization of this whole livestock that is present in our country. Okay, so this is see, here we are utilizing all the concept of agriculture sciences. We will be utilizing all the research over here, like how the process of proper domestication, how the domesticated animals we can manage properly, how we can manage the livestock properly, how we can utilize the best standard practices, how we can utilize the best standard practices, and how we can integrate our whole concept of livestock management with the value chain, value chain scien- scientifically. Okay, so this is how we wanted to develop our whole system. Okay, now if we see the livestock products, what exactly we are going to get. So these are being divided into certain category, like we get dairy products. Okay, dairy products like dried milk, liquid milk, butter, cheese, curd, casein, and other fermented products that we are getting. Right now we have developed a lot of cold storage facility. Okay, we have developed the cold storage facility especially for this whole things. Then cattle, buffalo, and sheep, they provide meat also, and they also provide edible tallows. Poultry provides meat, eggs, and duck eggs are there, which are also being provided in India. Pigs normally are used for providing the meat. Fish is for offering the meat, and they are the very good source of omega 3 fatty acid. And it is known that if you are eating fish, then your brain will also brain will get proper nutritions. It has been suggested that, but see, we are not a doctors, so we have just whatever we have read, we have just told to, but you should take your doctor advice in taking all these things. Then horses are also provide meat, blood, and milk, so maybe for some other purpose they are being provided that. Then micro level, rabbit is there, guina is there, pig is there, dog is there, cat is there. They offer meat. Okay, so now a lot of products are being offered by these livestock. So this is what we wanted to make you to understand the importance, like what all type of things are being provided. Then byproducts and other uses what are there. So males and old cows, they are sold in the as a into cattle commodity. So those are the old cows. Then they offer meat, or an industrial feedstock they were utilizing. Then skins and hides are being utilized for leather productions over there. Feather are being used for insulation material, bedding, and various other purposes are there. Bulls, normally bulls are used for recreation purpose, and they are also used for draught purposes. But if you go and in the southern part of India, south part of India, if you go to Karnataka, if you go to Tamil Nadu, there they are utilizing bulls for various type of bullfighting games, that is Jallikattu from Tamil Nadu and rodeo. And bulls are also being utilized for semen collection. In order to have we have to collect a good quality semen from the bull, and then we inject it with the help of artificial insemination program. Okay, so we will be discussing this whole artificial insemination program in the coming slides. Okay, so these are the byproducts and the other uses. So here, if we are going for the economics of animal rearing, we also know the role of insects that they play. Like insects also provide, like honey provide various type of like honey is being provided by various species, including gerbs and crickets, termites, locusts, and beetle larvae are there. So honey is being like produced by various type of organism. Okay, but they are being utilized by they are being utilized by different industrial use. Sometimes they have their local uses, and various other things are there. Sorry, by mistake, I have not able to put the points properly, so I have put it here. So honey and bee wax are derived from the bees. Okay, so government is running a honey mission program where government is even providing the bee boxes. Okay, government is also providing the bee boxes. Okay, and this whole program is being run by the KVIC, Khadi Village and Industrial Commission. Then silk is being produced by the silk producing insect that is called silk worm, right? Then predatory insects are there. There are a lot of predatory insects are there which are released on the fields, uh, who kill the crop eating insects. Okay, so these predatory insects are very important, who kill the insect which are there on the fields, which are destroying the crops. Okay, then venom are there, like snake venom is there. Okay, which is utilized for various type of medicinal purpose, especially focusing on the arthritis and various other things. So this is again right now this is still in news, which is related to there is one YouTuber who has been jailed for smuggling the venom of a snake. Okay, so just got a news, so that's why I thought of sharing with you. So we're not naming anybody, but I hope everybody got understood. Then there are skill insect producers are there, which include shellac and red dyes, or who are helpful in dyeing, uh, dye and all these type of work they are used to do. So if you see here, this is how the snake venom is being taken out, and here you can see this is the red color dye that we are making from this insect. Okay, red color dye that we are making from the insect, right? Now what is the exact meaning, what is the significance whenever we say like animal rearing? So why exactly we wanted to focus on this whole process? Animal rearing significance start because it provides a source of livelihood, additional, uh, for some it is additional, and some for it is the primary source. Additional means anybody who is already working on fields, or who is having any certain job, if he or she or is doing any thing related to animal rearing, so that is going to be their second source of income, right? Some people don't have land, so they are landless people, so they don't have anything. So maybe they have their primary livelihood, that means they are dependent on this animal rearing only. for their primary livelihood, right? So this is also providing employment opportunities, and they are also providing like people are working in the dairy farming, poultry farming, sheep rearing, and various other things, and this is also generating jobs and providing income to the people, right? Then it is boosting the agriculture economy because it is creating lot of products like milk, meat, eggs, wool, hides, etc., etc. Even we see that they are some insects are being utilized for creation of the colors also, right? So these products are also being utilized in the industry, and these products are again get converted into processed food, processed food in food in food processing industry. So again there is a value creation, again in that there is a value creation, so people get a lot of value of their products, and this value is being shared with the farmers or agriculture farmer or animal rearing farmers. Then this animal rearing also provide nutritional and food security. You know, in our country we are especially focusing on national food security mission, which is focusing on normally food crops. Food crops are called like your rice is there, we have wheat is there, but exactly we are not aligned towards proper essential nutrition balance. So this animal rearing, they provide us with meat, they provide us with milk, they provide us with egg, wool, hide. So that is mean these are the source of energy, these are the source of vitamins, these are the source of proteins. That means with the rearing of these animals, we are exactly playing a very important and crucial role in addressing the malnutrition and undernutrition process. Okay, so this is again helping us in nutrition balance in our whole society. Then cultural significance. So this and animal rearing is like some type of animals are being considered sacred to certain religion. Like if we go by cow, okay, cow is having a highly relevant, highly religious uh, animal of Hinduism, of the topmost, right? So this things is being linked very deeply with the religious and cultural practices. Similarly, buffalo is being related to the Hindu death god, right? That is Yamaraja. Then goat again are being linked with some other god. Poultry have cultural traditional importance. Some places like if we go like goat is being utilized during the month of uh, uh, during the time of Eid, when the Muslim festivals are coming. Okay, then there they used to sacrifice the goat. So again, this is have a cultural significance for the Muslim community. So there are a lot of animals are there which has been have a highly religious and cultural significance that is there. Then agriculture practices. So whenever we are utilizing livestock in our fields, this livestock play a very important role in nutrition cycling. Like livestock eat the feed, fodder material. Okay, they eat the fodder material, then they release dung. Okay, then this dung is having nitrogen. Okay, this nitrogen being utilized as the fertilizer. Okay, we know the cow dung we utilize in making organic fertilizer, right? Natural fertilizer or organic fertilizer. So this help in manure production, this help in soil fertility increasing, right? And animal power, because animals are having a very big weight and everything, so momentum of the animals and power of the animal is utilized for various other purposes in the agriculture field, especially for the drought purposes. Okay, especially focusing on the small and medium farmers, so the animals is very important for them, right? Then economic diversification. Livestock and animal rearing provide a diversified income, another alternate source of income, so that the farmers, especially focusing on small and medium farmer, they should not be dependent on their single source, because with this economics or animal rearing, they will be having another alternate source of income. If you go to any farmer right now, small farmer, he will be having hens also will be there, dogs that will be there, he might be having cows will be there with him, okay, and if he is having pond, so fish will be there. So they are doing a lot of work in these areas so that they get diversified income throughout the year through their own works, okay. Then this is having a huge export potential, especially focusing on the area of egg, meat, and milk. A very big slaughterhouses, abattoirs, a big slaughterhouses are being there who are which are totally mechanized. Even do not nobody should nobody touches there, everything is mechanized, proper slaughter of the animal happens, proper packing of the animals has happened, and it is being sent to the abroad, especially to the Middle East countries and various other places for selling. So again, this is having a India export earning concept or is also there, and it is boosting our country's economy. So the more and more export we will be doing, more and more forex reserve we will be generating for ourselves, right? Now we are coming into the status of animal rearing in India. Okay, so livestock means cattle, buffalo, sheep, goat, poultry, camels, and some other small animals are there. So 20th livestock census has been conducted in 2019. If we go by the census, there are around 535.78 million livestock are there in our country. 535.78 million livestock are there in our country. So if we go by this, uh, here, species, so cattle in the 20th census, we have 193.46 million cattle. So there's a growth of 1.34% is there. Buffalo is 109 millions. Okay, growth is there. In York, we have seen there is a growth rate that is declining, minus 24.90%. Okay, then Mithun is there. It is having a growth rate of 29.52%. Okay, so total bovine cattle is 303.76 million. Then sheep's 74 million, goat 148 million, pigs 9 million, and other animals are there. So total livestock 536.76 million is there. After that, we have poultry is there, 851.81 million is there. Okay, so this is what exactly is a total data of the 20th livestock census. So you can quote this data anywhere. This is what exactly the examiner needed, whether you know the data or not, because everybody will be writing their answers. Okay, everybody will be writing all the answer, but whose answer will be totally different? Any person who is quoting the government data, who is quoting the government reports and underlining and then explaining, then critically analyzing these things, right? So this is how you prepare for UPSC examination, right? Now, here I have given some of the cattle breed. Okay, so if you can see, there are indigenous dairy cattle breeds are there. If you can see here, one is that Gir. Gir is there. Normally found in the Gujarati, Desan, Bharwadi area. Okay, Gir forest. Gir forest is there in Gujarat area, right? So this is what the Gir cow looks like, and for per lactation period, it provides 1200 to 1800 kgs of milk. Okay, so this breed is known for its hardiness and disease resistance. Why? Because they are living already in the dry areas, and they are being they have made them resistance to all these things. So this is a very good quality cow, and you get a very good quality milk. Then red Sindhi in red Karachi, Sindhi and Mahi region is there, originated in Karachi area and Hyderabad of in the Pakistan area, right? So 1250 to 1800 kg per liter milk is there. This bullock, despite lethargic and slow, can be used for road and field work. Okay, so this bullock is very lethargic. Okay, very slow, but you can utilize it for your normal power purposes. Then Sahiwal cow. Okay, Sahiwal is normally in Montenegro, undivided India. Montgomery region of our India. And here we are focusing, it is a best indigenous dairy breed. Okay, this looks like here, and 1400 to 2500 kg per lactation the milk they are providing. Okay, then some other names of the cow I will be telling 1 minute. So if we go by some other names, so I will give you name like Hali, Kar, that is in Karnataka, then Amrit Mahal, Amrit Mahal, that is in Karnataka. Okay, then we have one is there Khillari, that is there in Maharashtra. Okay, then we have Kangayam, that is in Tamil Nadu. Okay, then we have Bargur, that is in Tamil Nadu. Then we have dual purpose, which provides milk also, and which provides draught services also. Then we have our Thar Parker, normally Pakistan region, but right now we get in Rajasthan also. Then Haryana, Haryana, Haryana cow. Okay, it is related to Haryana only, but the name is Haryana. It is present in Haryana, Punjab, and Uttar Pradesh. Okay, so these are the varieties of cows, and draught varieties cows are there which you can utilize for various other purposes. So these are some of the names. If you wanted to know, you can write down these names, and whenever any question comes regarding that, you can name some of them, or for general discussion, you should know the name of these things. Okay, now livestock production, like what is the value the livestock is generating in our country? What is the value the livestock is generating in our country? So gross value addition is 11 lakh 14,249 crore rupees. That is gross value addition of the livestock at current price. Current price means when we take inflation, when we take inflation also into account. Okay, when we don't take inflation into account, that means we are matching with constant price. So that is 6,17,117 uh, uh, lakh crore, which is a growth rate of 6.13%. That is a 6.13% if we compare over the previous financial year. Okay. Now, livestock production, how much production and how much per head grams that you are getting. So this is the data. Okay, this you remember this. This you can quote anywhere. Somebody asking you in the debate competition, either in discussion with anybody or for your interview preparations. So they will ask you how much eggs we are producing in our country. You can say yes, we are producing around 129.60 billion of eggs is being produced in our country in 2022. Okay, so you can simply say that, right? So total poultry population is 851 million, and they are producing 129.60 billion as per 20th livestock census. So this is a 6.19% growth rate. Then milk production. How much is the milk production? It is 209.96 million ton. Okay, with a growth rate of 5.29, and now per capita availability is 444 gram. So this is a very good amount. That means up to 500 gram we are reaching per capita in our country. So more and more production that will be coming, more and more export potential. Our children will be getting more and more milk, and they will be having like from the starting only, they will be not having any deficiencies of calcium and various other micronutrients. Then wool production. How much wool production is there? In the 12th beginning of the 12th plan, it was 46.04 million kgs. Then in 2014-15, it is 48.14 million kg. Okay, and then in 21-22, it has declined 33.04. There is a decline. So there is a decline of minus 10.53% because of some of the climatic factors or government support. So wool production has gone down in this 21 and 22. Then meat production. How much is the meat production we are having? Around 2014-15, 6.69 million ton is the meat production, and that has been increased to 9.29 million ton. That means a good growth rate of has shown a positive growth rate of 5.62% during 21 and 23. Okay, so this is the data. This is the data that you can quote and you can tell like how much is the production and how much increase that has happened in this whole area. Okay, now what are the challenges that are being faced by the animal husbandry? Lot of challenges are there that are being faced by the animal husbandry. First of all is the lower productivity. Yes, we have millions of cattle are there, but their productivity is very very less because there are a lot of factors are there. Disease is the main factor, climate and climate is yet another factor because India is a tropical, most of the countries are tropical countries. So if we go by the quality of the milk, even the quality of milk is not of that proper standard as it is being there in the cold countries. Okay, in the cold countries where if you go to Norway, Denmark, Sweden, all these places, if you go, okay, there you get a good quality of milk because the weather system is very very nice over there. Okay, because frequent disease like foot and mouth disease, black quarantine infection, all these hinders the livestock health and productivity, right? So recently lumpy virus have created havoc in the country. uh, Lakhs of cattle died because of the lumpy virus. Okay, so this is the main reason of lower productivity. Then credit access is also very very poor. Even a kisan credit card is being there under which you can take the credit for animal husbandry purposes also, but actually the government support in the livestock sector with for the credit given is not up to that. And because you, if we are comparing with to GDP, how much GDP, how much percentage of GDP you are giving as a credit to the livestock sector, so this is not optimum. Okay, so there is a very very minimum amount of agriculture credit that has been given to the livestock sector. So because of that, obviously there is a hindrance of the growth that will obviously happen. Limited market access. There is no proper backward linkages and forward linkages. There is no proper backward and there's no proper forward linkages are there. So that is why no formal market is there. You know, for the grain market, we have APMCs are there. For this livestock sector, we are not having proper market where the 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 situation of the farmer is being taken care of, where the prices are being set properly. Okay, so there is a need to have a very proper market for this livestock. So there are a lot of informal information is coming, informal decision is there. Okay, so there are middlemen are there who are again exploiting the farmers, and unnecessary issue, hoarding, hedging, all these issues are happening in the area where that is all again hindering the market access. Then loss of pasture because of the climate change and because of reckless infra development, the agri land or pasture land is getting converted into buildings, is getting converted into some concrete works, right? So this shrinking of the pasture land, this degradation of the pasture land is hindering the fodder requirement of the animal, because of which the quality of the milk, the quality and the health of the livestock is getting deteriorated. So again, this is one of the more issue that has been hindering the animal husbandry sector. Then absence of livestock extension services. Now, what is there in the absence of livestock extension services? So, whenever we say extension services, that means we wanted to provide the farmers and the people with the additional government services, SMS based services, satellite based services, DD channel based services, okay, for increasing the productivity, providing better information to the farmers, how they can go for pattern, how they can so there is a lot of issues related to the extension services for the livestock. Okay, information is not being provided properly, which market, what is the cost and what is the pricing. Okay, so there is lot of non-operational things that are there in this whole sector. Then insufficient veterinary services, because normally in India we have doctors issues are there for normal human beings. So there is a much more wider issue of the veterinary services and disease control services in our country, because infrastructure is lacking. At the same time, proper doctors and proper supply of the doctors in this special area of the field is not there. So because of that, whenever any outbreak happens, so it takes a lot of time to control that outbreak, because not a lot of research is being done. Okay, it require a lot of research, it requires a lot of research in this area, but because of the lack of quality, lack of veterinary services, lack of drug system and vaccine, it creates a lot of problem, and it because of that the problems get too widened in a short span of time. If we go by the lumpy virus situation, you can see that it has gone out of control. It has gone out of control just because there is no proper control measures that are being taken and no proper veterinary service are being provided. Then poor quality control. Obviously, there is no proper testing and safety and quality parameters that are there. Okay, because of the attitudinal issue here, attitudinal issues are there, right? That like they think that who will come and give and show their animals to the doctors. Okay, so even there is no better promotion. Government is not even properly promoting the veterinary services. Government has to make sure that they should their doctors and their clinic and their staff should go and find out the people, and they just do the knowledge transfer session to everybody, right? Proper waste treatment and product utilization is not happening, and because of that, value addition is not happening. Even the products that we are making, whether it is milk, whether it is egg, whether that is meat, it is not of that quality which comes from other Scandinavian countries. Okay, so because of that, we loses the international competitiveness. If we go, there is one person who is doing business in milk powder. What he is doing? He is doing business in milk powder, and he is buying the milk from New Zealand and transferring it to the other countries. Okay, so we are doing export, but actually our product is not exportable. That is what exactly it is. You are sending to some of the African countries and where, but you are lacking the standard in which you send your product to the various high income countries. Okay, if you are able to develop that product quality, you will also earn the high income from there. Okay, then non-preference for indigenous species. So we have a lot of indigenous species of cow, buffalo. Okay, buffalo, then camel. We have indigenous variety, we have our local variety, but we are more focusing on the international breed. We are thinking that at least we will be bringing some international breed and we will be increasing the milk production, but we have to keep in mind that international breed, if you are bringing like Jersey cow works well in the atmosphere where they grow. Indian cow works in the atmosphere in which they grow. So we have to provide preference to our indigenous species. Okay, decrease in the population of adaptable indigenous breed is because if there is cross happen, if there is any cross happen, and slowly the uh, outer communities of outer breed start taking control over our local breed, so automatically our whole agriculture system may get collapsed because of that. So we need to promote our own indigenous species, because they are more and more resilient, because they are more tolerant to the harsh climate condition. Even they can live with limited nutrition. Even they have a disease resistance capacity. They can bear any kind of stress because they are living in India and they have even bear of all the things. So that is why we have to prefer our indigenous breed for all these purposes. So these are the important schemes and funds that are being run by the government for the livestock sector. Rashtriya Gokul Mission, National Livestock Mission is there, Livestock Health and Disease Control Program is there, National Program for Dairy Development is there, Livestock Census, which we have completed in 2019, that has been recently concluded. Then National Animal Disease Control Program is there. Dairy infra development is there, like cold storages are there, right? Animal husbandry infrastructure development fund is there. Supporting dairy cooperative focus of major all the scheme is on the milk production because we wanted to make our country a high quality milk producing country in the world. So let's start with understanding like some of the program that government is running. So under that one program is National Animal Disease Control Program for FMD and brucellosis. FMD is also called as foot and mouth disease. In the foot and mouth disease, it is a viral disease. You know the hooves, the legs, which is the hard part of the animal is there, that got broken, that got divided, okay, because of this foot and mouth disease. So in the mouth also this kind of diseases develop, okay. So this is cause illness in cow, pig, sheep, goat, deer and various other animals. It doesn't affect horse, dogs and cat. Especially it is attacking the cattle population, foot and mouth disease. So Indian government has taken the this in a mission mode that by 2025 we will control the FMD disease, and by the end of 2030 we will be permanently eradicating 2030. That means by 2025 we will be not adding any new more cases, and by 2030 whatever the cases were detected will be treated, okay. Then we have a brucellosis control. It is again a disease of animals and humans, right? So again, government is running a intensive brucellosis control program in order to prevent this disease. Regarding the funding pattern, 100% funding is being provided by the central government as a central government scheme because this is a central government scheme, and focus is mission based. That means especially solely focus on eradicated FMD and brucellosis. Okay, so this is the first program, a more significant step that has been taken by any other country for disease control. We are also launching Pashu Aadhaar. If you know, if you have seen the stray cow are there, you might be seeing there is a yellow tag that has been attached on their ears. On the yellow tag there is on the ears. So that is called Pashu Aadhaar, in exactly providing unique identification to these livestock, whether it is cattle, buffalo, sheep, goats, and pig. So this is linked with proper tracking and managing disease outbreak, because if we are properly providing the tagging and everything, it is easily to manage these type of outbreaks. Now, nationwide artificial insemination program. So this is yet another program in which that is called artificial insemination, where we are artificially inseminating the cattle population, right? So inseminate around 20,000 bovine per district. Per district, we have to inseminate, artificial insemination. The main purpose, exactly why we are trying to do, is that since I have already told you that we wanted to increase the indigenous variety, indigenous variety of cow. Uh, we wanted to develop the indigenous variety of the cattle in our country. So that is why we are focusing on this artificial insemination. We are taking the semens of bulls, high quality bulls, and then we are inseminating to the cattle population. Okay, so there is a target especially being given. So we have our in our country we have around more than 600 districts are there, but focus is on 600 district for genetic upgradation initiative. So genetically we are upgrading our own cattle system, and we are doing this because this will help in enhancing the milk production. Obviously this is the main uh, use of this artificial insemination, and it will also we will be utilizing so there will be a very good technology that will be utilizing, that will be of very low cost technologies, low cost breeding technologies that will be, and it will be improving the genetic quality of the milch animals. Okay, right? And then tracking system also is being provided. We know that we are providing the like artificially those cattle who are getting artificially inseminated, so we are providing them with a ID number. Okay, that is being stored in information network and animal productivity health database, and in order to properly monitor each and every cattle under this all operation. 100% central assistance is being provided, and it is the largest initiative for breed improvement in the country, artificial insemination program. Then comes the very important National Livestock Mission. So it is a holistic coverage of all the livestock in our country. So this National Livestock Mission, what it is doing is that focus is on quantitative and qualitative aspect of the livestock production in our country and capacity building. Here we are increasing the quality, here we are increasing the quantity and quality of all the livestock in our country. Then at the same time, we are focusing on the sustainable development, because this is the concept that we have to achieve by 2030. The thing is that we cannot simply utilize the resources recklessly. All the process, all the support, all the missions, all the development should happen in a sustainable way, utilizing minimum resources for maximum use, maximum profit, or maximum productivity. Okay, so sustainable development, how we can increase the quality of feed and fodder by using science and technology or various type of genetics makeup. So again, if we are improving the quality of feed and if we are improving the quality of fodder material, then again we will be working in a sustainable way in order to achieve our whole national livestock mission. So there are four missions, submissions are there. Four submissions are there under this sustainable sorry, under four submissions are there, like some mission on fodder and feed development, some mission on livestock development, some missions on pig development, and some mission on skill. So here you can see we are focusing on fodder because that is very very important. Fodder because without the fodder material, we cannot imagine any kind of livestock. Animal food, animal fodder material is the main thing which determines the quality of the product that they are going to generate, right? And once we are providing them with good quality fodder and feed, obviously it improves the competitiveness of our international market, because then our export opportunities will also increase because of the good quality products. Then livestock development, like enhancements, entrepreneurship development, employment generation, infra modernization, breed conservation, insurance. So sub fields also start getting developed. Along with that, the sub field also start getting developed under this whole process, right? Whether it is related to insurance, because once you started doing making livestock development plan, you will be needing insurance facility. Once you are creating any factory, you will be generating employment. Okay, then once you are having certain idea like what exactly you can do, obviously you will have a entrepreneurship development that will happening. And if you are focusing on livestock development, obviously you will be focusing on preventing the saving the local variety of the stocks. And submission on pig development. Pig is mainly focuses on the northeastern part of our country. Uh, the government, central government is supporting, and with proper piggery farms are there, and germs plasm importations is there, so that we can have a very good quality of pigs that we can produce in our country. Then obviously at the last we are focusing on skill development, technology transfer, and extension services. After achieving all these things, fodder, livestock, breed conversion, insurance, we are still focusing on how more better we can improve that. So this provide skill development to the people who will be working in this whole field. So we need to train the people in this area, so skill development will be also working there. Technological transfer, like if we take the technologies from USA, London, USA, UK, Sweden, Norway. How? Because we have to take the technologies and we have to do a technological transfer in the form of FDIs. Okay, foreign direct investment we can take from these countries, and we can just also ask them to make their and open their factories in our country, so that we will be also having the best technologies of this time, right? Then flexibility for the states is also being provided, especially in the northeastern state. They can have a multiple components of the missions, and they are flexible enough to utilize which suits their requirement. It is not like that that something has been forced on you. No, the northeastern states are free to choose what exactly is setting and what exactly is suiting their need. Okay, based on that, you select whatever plan you need. Okay, now the next mission is national mission on bovine productivity. Now, under this mission of bovine productivity, as the word suggests, productivity. Productivity, what productivity? Obviously, we are focusing on the milk productivity, right? So this mission commenced on November 2016. Everybody knows this month by a very flagship event that has happened during that time, 8th November 2016. What happens on that day? I know everybody knows it is demonetization that has happened. So this mission commenced on November 2016 under Rashtriya Gokul Mission. We will be discussing Rashtriya Gokul Mission in the later on slides. Okay. So this is again a part of White Revolution, Rashtriya Pashudhan Vikas Yojana, White Revolution, by augmenting the milk supply, increasing the milk supply by increasing the productivity of the bovine. So how we are going to increase the productivity? By properly crossing that animal, by providing them with better quality feed stock, by providing with the disease control program and proper vaccination, and providing with best quality environment to these bovine species, right? So we can with this production we will be able to boost the productivity, livestock trade will increase, facilitate e-marketing facilities, and we will be generating a good germs plasm which is used for injecting the high quality sperms to the bovine species. Okay, so this will help in increasing the farmer income by 20, because we have said that by 2022 we will be doubling the farmer income. So there are a lot of ways, like through animal husbandry, through animal rearing, through horticulture development. All these places we will be counting all together. But because of the COVID-19 pandemic, this target has not been achieved yet. So slowly, we will be also achieving that in the coming future. So under this national mission on bovine productivity, we have Pashu Sanjeevani. Pashu Sanjeevani is a animal wellness program, right? Insurance of Nakul Swasth Patra is there, that is animal health card. Similarly, you have Ayushman Bharat health card is there, right? So as same as Pashu Sanjeevani, although we will have an animal that is called Nakul Swasth Path animal health card will be there. Under that, a proper unique ID will be given there. So this data will be feed onto the national data repository, so that every data regarding the animal, every data regarding the animal is feed on that, so that we can take the collective decision, and we can even project what is coming in the future. So right now we have a advanced breeding technology, IVF, in vitro MOET, in vitro fertilization, and multiple evolution embryo transfer. These are the two important breeding technologies that are being running throughout the world. Okay, and sex sorted semen techniques are there, so that we should have a good availability of this. We will have a semen of an animal which is disease resistance, high genetic merit of female bovine system. Okay, so we will be providing the in vitro fertilization with the semen in such a way that the embryo that should develop should be having a good quality disease resistance. It should have a high genetic makeup under his body. Okay, then e-pashu heart system is there. It has again a web portal launch on V Corain's birthday. You know, V Corain is known as the father of white revolution. White, father of white revolution. Korean is there. 26 November 2016, a web portal e-pashu heart has been launched in order to connect the breeder and the farmer for the sale of germoplasm. So here you can contact the breeder to get the germoplasm for injection for a in vitro fertilization. Then we have a fourth one is National Bovine Genomic Center of Indigenous Breeding. Now, what is this National Bovine Genomic Center? So, this is a very important center where the genomic research, genetic research that will be happening on indigenous bovine, because that is very, very important in order to find out what type of quality of breed that is best suited for our Indian environment. Okay, and based on that, proper quality of the germplasm sperms are being preserved in order to enhance the genetic diversity. So because we also have to maintain the genetic diversity, the main reason is that because if any kind of disease is coming and if we are maintaining the same type of genetic diversity, it may get wiped out. It may get wiped out. So that is why diversity also has to be maintained, so that if any disease is attacking certain type of species, so other species get safe from that. Okay, so there is a very important integrated comprehensive approach towards the health, because we are focusing on the health part. Important new technologies, online platform for distributions of the things, and genetic research in this field. The focus area is how we can take out the maximum benefit of our bovine. Okay, and also increase the socio-economic benefit to the farm. Right? Then, National Program for Bovine Breeding and Dairy Development. Now here we have put in the concept of dairy development also, bovine breeding. So 2014 that has been launched. Four scheme got merged under that, and we put it under a single scheme that is called National Program for Bovine Breeding and Dairy Development. So what are the merge scheme? First is National Product for Cattle and Buffalo Breeding, that is the first scheme. Then Intensive Dairy and Development Program, that is second scheme. Then Strengthening of Infrastructure for Quality and Clean Milk Production, that is the third scheme. And Assistance to Cooperation, that is the fourth scheme. So all these four schemes are merged together. They are all merged together and they are come out with a single scheme that is called National Program for Bovine Breeding and Dairy Development. Now, these four schemes are merged in order to make a single integrated scheme. Obviously, productivity is one part, milk production from dairying activity, because since it is dairy development program, focuses on bovine breeding for dairy development program. Higher level of milk production is we need, because we need to increase the milk demand, because by 2030 we will be needing a certain million tons of extra usage of the milk that will be there. Okay, so under that we are having two components. One is National Program for Bovine Breeding, that is the first, and National Program for Dairy Development, that is the second one. Okay, so now we will be telling about what these two schemes are. First of all, National Program for Bovine Breeding. Obviously, quality artificial insemination we will be providing at farmer doorsteps through Metri portal. Okay, it is not like that farmer has to take their cattle to the artificial insemination center. No, it will be provided at your farmer doorstep using Metri. Okay, support, right? Then conserve, develop, proliferate selected indigenous bovine breed Like we have to find out which is the best quality breed that is well suited for Indian climate situation. Okay, so that maximum breeding of that variety can take place for better socio-economic importance, right? Then Rashtriya Gokul Mission comes under the National Program for Bovine Breeding and Dairy Development. Under this program only, Rashtriya Gokul Mission is there. Okay, we'll be studying what is the Rashtriya Gokul Mission. So you should know under what head Rashtriya Gokul Mission is. Then National Program for Dairy Development. Under that, infrastructure, especially focusing on the cold storages facility, procurement facility from various remote part of our country. First of all, remote part of the country procurement, proper processing at the center, and marketing by milk unions like Amul. You know Amul, Anand Milk Union Limited. It is the best example in the world how the cooper- cooperative societies are able to run India's biggest cooperative market of Amul milk market. Okay, now they are coming with some of the processed material also. So now they are expanding vertically also. Now they are expanding horizontally also. Okay, then extension services like providing additional training to the farmer how they can properly manage their cattle at their home with the limited resources, and how they can utilize SMS based services, video based services, internet based services in order to get the maximum benefit. Okay, then rehabilitation and assistance. Okay, if there is any sick milk animal is there, so proper rehabilitation of this and assistance is being provided. For that, central grant of 50% for rehabilitation for a project cost will be coming for a maximum ceiling of rupees 5 crore over it. Now Rashtriya Gokul Mission. So if we go by the Rashtriya Gokul Mission, so it is a sub scheme, okay, is a part of was launched in December 2014 and is a part of National Program for Bovine Breeding, okay, that we have already discussed. National Program for Bovine Breeding. So Rashtriya Gokul Mission is being under that. Focus is on conservation of indigenous cattle breed. Indigenous. So everywhere you can see this word indigenous, indigenous, local variety of the, so that we can have a our own local variety of genetic makeup, so that we are able to properly take care of our own genetic, own cattle breed, indigenous breed, and we can make sure that we can be able to generate a good quality productivity from our own indigenous. And then after that, if we see what are our like what type of kettles we are having, Gir is there, Sahiwal is there, Rathi is there, Thioni is there, Red Sindhi is there. So these are the, we wanted to this mission especially focus, this mission is especially focusing on upgradation of our cattle using elite indigenous breed. Like we will be having our indigenous breed, we will be crossing our elite indigenous breed with our local less elite indigenous breed, so that they become much more resistance. Okay, so that they become disease free and they will become highly genetic, we will have a good genetic variety of our own cattle population that will be there. And then uh, we should also focusing on here, we are also focusing on distributing disease free high genetic material bull for natural service. Natural service uh, is mating obviously. So we wanted to make sure that we should have a high quality bull, so that they can help us in the natural service and provide us with a good quality of germoplasm and sperm. So the key component of this whole mission is Gokul Gram. That is, this is the main center point. This is the main center point, that is the Gokul Gram, where we will be setting up integrated indigenous cattle center, and there is a Gopalan Sangh. There is will be a Gopalan Sangh, that is breeder society, where the people who are being part of this breeder society, they will be collecting a high quality germoplasm, sperms of the bull for the natural services. Okay, national Kamdhenu breeding cattle are being set up at each north and south of India as a center of excellence, where proper quality of testing that will be happening. Okay, so this is how we are going to run our Rashtriya Gokul mission. And there are some more facts are there. Just we will be understanding what are the facts are there. 1 minute. So if we see here, here they are creating a repository data and cold storages, especially to collect the germplasm, because these center will be acting like a certified germplasm center. That means you will also get the certification of the quality of the germplasm from here. That means it is going to be a very elite program that is being run by the government. Okay, so the focus is revitalizing our indigenous cattle. That is the main focus area, revitalizing our indigenous cattle system, so that we should not dependent on the other cattle system from where, from other countries who because they will again create a problem of crossbreeding, and then we will be not able, because these type of breed that comes from outside, they cannot sustain the environment that is there in India. So that is why we wanted to revitalize our own indigenous cattle system, and we should make them disease resistance. We can make them more resistance by crossing our elite indigenous with the less elite indigenous. Okay, so this will enhance the uh, genetic quality and productivity of our own breed of our cattle, right? Then dairy entrepreneurship development scheme. So what is this dairy entrepreneurship and development scheme? Launched in 2010, focusing on self-employment opportunities in the dairy sector. Self-employment, right? NABARD is implementing this scheme, and financial aid is being provided for any project which is really being think by the government that it is a viable project. So you can take the loan from the banking institution, and then you can utilize that. So under this scheme, focus is on providing financial aid to the commercial viable project, and then if it is viable, so this whole scheme will be administered by the NABARD, and proper loan is being provided by a commercial for like commercial bank, cooperative bank, urban cooperative bank, rural bank. Okay, so if you belong to any general category, you will receive back end capital subsidy of 25% of the project cost. And if you belongs to any reserve category, SC/ST, so you will get a project 33.33% of the capital cost subsidy. Okay, so a lot of activities are there, like if you are establishing a small dairy unit, okay, where 2 to 10 milch animals are there, so you will get support over there. Rearing of heifers with provision up to 20 calves, vermicompost production, purchase of milking machine and among them. So if you are purchasing any milking machine, then again, if you belong to general category, if the milking machine cost 1 crore rupees, so 25 lakh will be provided by the central government, 75 lakh will be provided by you. So this is how government is providing the subsidy in this whole process. So who are the eligible people? So these are individual entrepreneur and farmer, group of farmers, self-help group, dairy cooperative society, district milk union, panchayati raj institution. So this is all being provided in order to support and in order to generate the employment, self-employment, local economy boost, and income generation. Income generation. Okay. Now we are moving towards the next topic, that is called pink revolution. What is the meaning of pink revolution? Whenever we say pink revolution, it is focusing on revolutionizing a certain sector. Revolutionizing the certain sector means we wanted to totally revolutionize a certain sector, like green revolution we heard yellow revolution, we heard golden revolution, we heard white revolution, right? Similarly, we have a pink revolution. Pink revolution is related to meat and poultry sector. How we can revolutionize the meat and poultry sector, how we can do the specialization, how we can do the mechanization, how we can provide the standard processing. A special focus area is for the export oriented units. Okay, so key facts are export dominance, because India has already emerged as the largest exporter of bovine meat. Earlier Brazil and Australia were there. But now India's bovine meat has become a top agriculture export commodity in the world, and it is sending meat to the Middle East and Southeast Asia. Sector growth, it has been growing at a rate of 8% per annum. Egg production has gone into 128 billion, right? And this has again been going to increase by certain percentage every year. Economic value, poultry sector is of around 80,000 crore rupees in 2015 and 16, but we don't know next what. We will be updating this data with current affairs. Okay, then regional production. There are a lot of states in our country, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Karnataka, are there which are leading in egg production. Uttar Pradesh is the largest producer of meat, followed by West Bengal. So there is a regional basis is also there. So this is also improving the regional development, and regional disparities are being slowly coming down because of this pink revolution. Then obviously when this whole area gets developed, automatically the employment impact is also very high over here. It is providing a lot of livelihood to the people. 10% of the rural population labor force is being providing value added services. Around 26% of the total livestock sector, so around 10% of the labor force is being specifically of which is producing the value addition under this whole process, is being engaged in this whole process. But there are some challenges that are there with related to Indian meat market. First of all, it is unorganized. It is an unorganized. 90% of the market is unorganized, so it is lacking the government regulation, and that is why there is need for proper organization like agriculture commodity. This also need organization properly. Then infrastructure deficiencies are there. Lot of processing centers are there which are not following all the related procedures are being followed, processing process not being followed, shortage of cold storages are there, shortages of slaughterhouses there, abattoirs, right? Then only few are there who are running a big slaughterhouse, and they have all the mechanized working machines are there. But what about the slow and smaller slaughterhouses are there? How they are going to produce that? Then lack of awareness regarding food safety, because animal product is prone to bacterial, fungal, and viral attack. So there is a need for high standard food safety norm in this whole areas. Only at a particular high yielding, high factories, very big factories, or very uh, mechanized factory, you can find these norms are being followed, but rest other places we do, right? Then health and safety risk are also there, because India is having tropical climate. Unhygienic measures are being sometimes bypassed. Surveillance measures are not that much proper. So there are meat-borne diseases are there which may spread from continent to continent. If we see COVID-19 virus, it is said that COVID-19 virus also came just because of the type of a animal which is being utilized for this purpose. So because of that only, the export is being stopped. Okay, you know Fukushima. Fukushima, I hope everybody know, it is a nuclear power plant of Japan. Okay, it got melted in 2011 when there was a tsunami that came. So the whole sea near the Fukushima, there we got radiation. So last, I think 2 years back, uh, the water of this sea near the Fukushima was released to the other part, and because of that, China has raised objection, and China has raised advisory that any fishes that is coming from the waters of the Fukushima, people should not eat that. It may contain radiation. So again, this is again a surveillance measure. So these type of disease and these type of radiation are being also been uh, coming from the various meat products. Quality. Indian meats is inferior in quality because of like spent animal rather than specifically breed livestock. That means in India we are slaughtering those animal which are of no use right now. In other countries there is a special focus is on breeding these cows and buffaloes and chickens and hens and uh, various type of pigs. Special breeding grounds are there for slaughter, but in India we are slaughtering the spent animal, so they are already weaker, and then we are slaughtering them. Okay, so there is a need to especially devise a plan in which we breed animals and then we utilize so that quality will be maintained. Low domestic demand per capita meat consumption, it is 5.2 kg per year. As globally it is close to 40 kg per year. In India it is only 5.2 kg per year. So again this is impacting the sector, right? So what government initiative? Obviously government is taking a lot of initiative in this field. So first initiative that government is taking is opening the market, FDI, 100% FDI through automatic route in the food processing sector. So now the people from outside can come and invest and make their own factories over here for the food processing sector. Then custom duty concessions are being given on any equipments or technology that is coming from outside. Okay, so there is a concessional custom duty applicable that is there on imported equipments in order to encourage this increase of the equipments and mechanization. Then tax incentive, income tax deductions on capital expenditure, around 150% deduction for setting up of operationalized cold chain, focusing on opening cold chain and warehouse so that warehouse receipt can be provided. 100% tax exemption is being provided for new food processing and preservation and packaging unit for first 5 year of operation, and then slowly with subsequent exemption rate of 25% and then 35%. So slowly it is going to be increased, right? Then financial support, government is providing 20 billion fund rupees, $20 billion not, it's 20 billion fund with NABARD to provide credit facility to make big food park, mega food parks in various part of the country. We have already discussed regarding a mega food park in our previous classes. So this is what is related to the Indian meat market challenges, and we have also done the important challenges that are being faced by our country in related to this whole sector. And then after that we have also discussed the way forward. Now we are moving towards the fisheries in India. That is a overview. What is the fisheries market in our country and how we are dealing with our fisheries market? So let's start. What is the importance of fishery market in our country? Okay. So first of all, we should know that fisheries is very vital source for food, vital source for nutrition, vital source for employment and income support. So that means if we are able to develop this fisheries market in a proper way, obviously we will be getting all the support that is needed to keep a human body intact: food, nutrition, employment and income, right? So around 16 million fishermen are there, whether small and big fishermen are there, and this fisheries provide us with affordable and nutritious protein. So you don't have to buy the things. If you have a know, if you know fishing, and if you go and buy the fishes, you will be getting nutritious affordable protein sources, right? And it will prevent you from any kind of hunger and malnourishment because it is a easy source of protein. But if you eat meat then only, right? Then there are a lot of issues related to this sector. It is like overcapacity in territorial water. So sometimes we do overfishing which create a lot of issues with the fishing because fishes drives away from that area. Then government has a weaker regulation over that. We don't know from where what people are taking, how much they are taking. There's no regulation at all. Environmental issues are also getting created. A lot of plastic is also getting infused in all those areas, and people are also utilizing a lot of traditional method. Because of that, lot of wastage wastage is being put onto the seas, rivers, and various other places, which again create a lot of problem. Infrastructure facility, fishing nets, then fishing ports and fishing equipments are there, which are also not being provided. Even if you have a fish, then you don't have a proper cold storage facility at the places, right? Then if we are able to get all the things, proper processing facility, like after getting the fish, how we can properly process that. Lot of wastage, around 30 to 40% wastage is happening just because we don't have a proper uh, cold storages facilities are not there. At the same time, the skilled manpower which is needed for dealing with the scale of the fish production is also impeding the growth. Even if we go with the inland capture means we are talking about the rivers. Inland capture, we are talking about the rivers. There is only a seasonal operation. Slowly the stock is getting depleted because of the overfishing and over pollution in this area, and sometimes the water is also not there in the rivers. And technology, obviously you are not utilizing you are utilizing the outdated technology. So there is a need. This is what is a constraint that is constraining our fisheries sector. Proper credit facility, infrastructure is not there, technology utilization, low inclusion of the technology is there. So this is all related to outland outland and inland fisheries constraints are there. So government has come up with a very important policy that is called National Fishery Policy. Focus is on ecologically sustainable and economically viable way of fisheries in our country. So first of all, focus is on management, robust management of this fishery sector. Then utilizing of technology, that is modernizing our fishing practice. Conserving genetic stock, that means preventing overfishing. We have to prevent the overfishing so that stock remains and habitat destruction should not happen. Then proper value chain creation with the help of a cold storage facility. And once we are able to develop all these things, we will be automatically having the employment opportunities in this area. And once we having opportunities area and we are able to save the fishery sector, automatically our food security get saved in this area. In 2020, Prime Minister Matsya Sampada Yojana, it is a holistic, integrated plan for fishery development of our country. Came with fish production. We are targeting 220 lakh metric ton by 24 and 25 by by using the better technologies and providing the proper type of support, credit facility, infrastructure support. This whole process, that is Pradhan Mantri Masamta Yojana, will be helping you in getting the good quality of the fishing infrastructure. And if this is being working in the way it has been decided, automatically it will help in boosting the farmer income, and again it will be helpful in achieving our goal of doubling the farmer income. And proper infrastructure facility will reduce the post harvest losses. It will generate employment in the fishery sector. So this is regarding the Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana. Under that, we are also running Blue Revolution Neel Kranti scheme, Neel Kranti mission. Now what is this Neel Kranti Blue Revolution? So the major focus area of this is to create a better environment. How we can integrate our fishery sector collaboratively, so that holistically we are working in improving the quality of the fish, improving the productivity, improving the health of the fishery sector, biosecurity, sustainability, everything being intact under this whole process. Okay, so the mission is develop fisheries into professional, modern, world class sector, doubling the farmer income, and environmental concerns have to be taken care of over there. So when we say this, what objective we wanted to achieve? Total fish potential we have to triple by 2020. That was a target that they have taken, but right now it is, we are focusing on under Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana 220 lakh. What is the target? I just remember 220 lakh metric ton. Okay, 220 lakh metric ton by 2024 and 2025. New technologies, double the income, inclusivity, triple export, food and nutritional security. Obviously, remember these points. Remember these points because we have already discussed these points in so detail that since whenever we try to examine something, this is what exactly the points has to be there: productivity, income, inclusivity, export, and support, right? So this is what exactly is the objective that we wanted to achieve under this whole process. So strategy is central sector assistance you will be getting. So under that Neel Kranti scheme, you will be having around six components: development of National Fishery and Development Board, inland fishery and aquaculture development, marine fishery development and post-harvest operation, strengthening institutional arrangement for fishery sector, monitoring, control and surveillance intervention, and for welfare of the fishermen. Okay, so these six activities or components are there under which we will be achieving our target or objective. Okay, so this six things will be there, right? So there will be a comprehensive plan that has been made to achieve the goal of the blue revolution in order to develop a sustainable development of this whole fishery sector, right? Now we are moving towards the next topic, that is Operation Flood, which is related to the milk. We know that we launched Operation Flood in 1970s under Verghese Corain, and it has led to the formation of National Dairy Development Board (NDDB) under Verghese Corain. Okay, he was known as the father of white revolution. So India was earlier a milk deficient nation, but after this India became the largest milk producer by surpassing USA in 1998. So 17% by 2010-11, 17% of the global milk output is being produced in our own country, and Operation Flood has made doubled the availability of milk per person. And right now, as per the livestock census, we are providing around 440 gram of milk per capita in our country. 440 gram of milk per capita in our country. So we have become self-sustainable, self-reliant, and also providing jobs in this whole sector. So under Operation Flood, there is a national milk grid that has been created, which is linking around 700 towns and cities. Okay, so because of this linking, there is a this linking of these towns and cities with a grid which connects the milk producer and consumer across the cities and states. Okay, so the grid reduces the seasonal and regional price disparity so that the prices remain common, more or less common, so that fair market price has been realized. It is not like that you are getting fooled by your milk men. Okay, so there is a national milk grid which keeps the prices in a controlled way. Then village milk producers cooperatives are being formed. Special is Amul Anand Milk Union Limited, which is a cooperative of a farmer who are cooperating in the field of milk production. Okay, so they are adopting various type of modern technologies, then robotics technologies, in order to enhance the milk production, in order to enhance the quality of the milk, and to have a better impact on the milk itself. By 1975, India halted all imports of milk and milk product, because by that time we became self-sufficient in the milk production, and India has already maintained its position as the world largest milk producer by past 15th century. This is all being credit given to the Operation Flood, okay, under Verghese Corain. Okay, so with this process, with the Operation Flood that has been launched in 1970s, our India became self-reliant in the milk production within the frame of 5 years. Okay, but there is a need for second white revolution that is much more needed in the present time. Now, why we are talking about the second green revolution? What is the need of the second green revolution? Because it is projected that by 2050 and 51, that means after 3 decade of 3.5 decade, we are estimating 600 million metric ton of annual production that is needed because of a population increase. That means we need an increase of 3.2% compounded annual growth. So there is a need for second white revolution in order to sustain that level of population, but that can be only done when some steps or some work and some effort is needed in present time. So various method that has been devised are four important method. That is, large scale dairy farms has to be established throughout the country, where which will be totally automated in their whole process, whether it is related to milking, feeding, processing, or breed improvement. Okay, breed improvement is also going to be a very large scale dairy program farming that will be there. Then hub and spoke model, like we will be creating a one hub, and then spokes will be created. So this hub will be catering to these all areas. So this is hub and spoke model, where at the hub we will be having all the advanced facility that will be linked with the smaller satellite farms. Okay, these are satellite farm, these are satellite farm, these are the, this is a main farm. Okay, so all these getting connected in a proper way, where proper training, technical support is going to be provided. Then progressive dairy farmer model, like how you can go for dairy farmer model. Right now a person who is having lot of cow is only dealing with their cows, but now they are focusing on leasing cow stalls, leasing the cow stalls. Smaller and farmer, let the smaller and marginal farmer should manage this whole process. Okay, smaller and marginal farmers should manage this whole process, and the big farmer and large farmer can provide them with some kind of guidance. Okay, then milk should be purchased from them, certain based on certain contract buyback agreement, so that large farmer along with medium small farmer should gain from this whole process. Then we have a community model of in housing, breeding, feeding, milking. So, like the Amul system that work, similarly, community model has to be developed on a much larger scale. We have to take the help of farmer produce organization, NGO, civil societies. Everybody has to come in order to enhance this sector, in order to find out the new way of working to get the achievement of the second white revolution. Okay, so these are the various strategies if we are utilizing, and if we are working towards in a qualitative way in that, we are sure that by 2050-51 we will be able to generate more than what is projected for that year. Okay, so now what are the ways forward that are there that we have to focus on? Now, what exactly we can do in all the fields related to animal rearing? First of all, we should focus on market research and diversification. Understand the market, what is going to be the projected market in the near future, what all products and how much in the quantity, who are our consumers. So this is how we are going to diversify, and we have to create our own niche market. Niche market are the market where we are the masters of that, where we are the master. Okay, we are in the uh, milk production, then we can call that, okay, that is our production, that is our area, and no one can produce the best quality of milk that India produces. Okay, that's, you have to create a niche market of yourself which nobody can break. Then we have to go for supply chain optimization. That means the backward linkages, the forward linkages, the proper logistic facility, distribution efficiencies, profit, all have to be linked properly, so that minimum wastage spoilage should happen, minimum wastage spoilage should happen, so that all the stakeholders of this place, whether it is logistics stakeholder, distribution process, buyer, procurement people, this all lead to cost saving and better market access. Then risk management. Okay, strategies are to be made related to animal rearing, like regarding risk is related to what? Prices. Risk is related to what? Diseases. Risk is related to the regulatory changes. So regulatory changes are not that much which is hampering the market, but yeah, price and disease are the major thing which you cannot control. It depends on the type of a market, and diseases nobody can control, it can come anytime. So that is why there is a need to control all these things with the help of insurance facilities, hedging against the price fluctuation, and biosecurity measures that has to be put on over there. Then investment in infrastructure, cold storages, road facilities, equipments, technology, new technologies, uses of renewable energy, uses of the byproducts in the conversion to renewable energy. Right now, we are utilizing a lot of cow dung and converting into methane gas, and methane gas is used as a energy. So this is how. how we can convert animal waste also into our own energy or any kind of usable material. Then again we will be optimizing on our own resources. Then training and education programs are to be provided so that farmers should know what exactly is needed, how much it is needed, and what how much it is going to cost, right? The farmer should have all the proper training with the help of application, with the help of website, with the help of Kisan Seva Kendra, Kisan call centers. Okay, Kisan call center, Kisan Seva Kendra, Panchayat office, all these places are there where the farmer and a farmer who is rearing the animals can get all the information, knowledge, price, various type of strategy, how they can adopt the technologies in a proper policy support. Government should come up with a comprehensive policy from each part with each animal and everything related to various fix like trade, taxation, subsidy, environmental regulation. So there should be no confusion. There should be no confusion in dealing with this. Okay, so there is has to be policy support from the government, and all the confusion should be dealt with. So this is all for today. I hope all of you have enjoyed the session, and thank you so much for your support. And I know uh, all of you are understanding these lectures because we are running the static portion of our lectures, and this is all being done especially to make sure that you have all the necessary content with you so that during the examination you should not miss on anything. So thank you so much for joining the session, and I will be coming with the next session on food processing. So till then, bye bye, take care, and thank you.